My mom had the custom of visiting her loved ones or family friends whenever we travel to a new place if they reside in that environment. This time around, we were going to be in the vicinity for days, and she had made arrangements for our accommodation until she finished the work that brought us there. "Tomorrow we are going to visit Mama," she said. "She lives in this neighborhood." "Who is Mama?" I asked my mom. Mom replied, "She's like a mother to me, one of my mother's cousins." I wasn't surprised, but I was eager to meet Mama. This was the first time I'd heard of her, and I wondered why I had not known about her until now. When we arrived at Mama's place the next day, we found her on her sick bed. Mama could barely recognize my mom, or so I concluded, as her weak, frail voice with which she spoke was totally void of familiarity. After a long moment of what seemed like a reintroduction, my mom announced that it was time for us to leave. "We'll be on our way now, Mama. We will come back tomorrow before traveling home," she said. Mom had extended her visit, which wasn't part of the plan, but that's typical of her. Unfortunately, when we returned the next day, we received news of Mama's demise. Soon after, family members trooped in. A Mr. Shegun was the first to be introduced by those around. I got to know from the whispering of people around that he was the family prodigal boy. "See Shegun, this useless boy. Not as if he's the son of Mama. He's even the least of Mama's nephew. Look at him, opening his eyes as if he's the head of the family, as if he's the heir to a deceased." A woman gossiped to her companion. "He is a criminal. Don't mind him. I heard he stabbed someone and ran away some years back," another said. Not long after, two matured ladies walked in, and by my mom's interaction with them, I knew they were Mama's daughters. They were both dressed in black robes, scarves, and shades. They were wiping their faces with handkerchiefs, an act that seemed rehearsed. "Ah, Mama, Mama, that you have done your worst," a lady wailed. I considered her act unnecessary, especially after hearing whispers from others that she was the tenant who had issues with Mama the most. Just then, a man dressed in dull suit walked in. One would mistake him as one going for a job interview. What, however, revealed he was here for the deceased was his dark glasses in his suit pocket and the handkerchief he had wiped his face with just on his arrival. "Derele mommy ti ku o," one of the ladies in black robes told him. He sighed in response to them. I saw his hand taking the handkerchief from where it was well tucked, bringing it to his face. He wiped a tear. I didn't even see the tear in the first place. Maybe he's among those males that cry in. I was fed up with the whole scenario. I needed to excuse myself. Fortunately, I was pressed. However, the issue was that I didn't know how to locate the restroom. After some minutes of pacing around to guess which direction to follow, I heard one of the ladies in black robe tell the man that she needs to excuse herself. The second also decided she needed to use the restroom at the same time. I quietly followed them. Dayo, we need to discuss fast about Mama's property before family members start intruding. They will only do this if it seems to them that there is no proper plans made by Mama before her demise. Sister me, I know. But how do we go about it? Those people I see in there are only here for what they can get. Let's get a lawyer and handle these things ourselves. Sister me, what about they really? If he doesn't cooperate, he will be the one to lose out, she said, putting on her glasses. I wasn't even expecting him to arrive so soon, seeing it has been years he last visited, she responded, putting on her glasses too. I knew at that instant I was not to be there. I had to excuse myself. The urine can wait. I took another path leading to the staircase. Anything to be out of that place. I know. You said Mama promised you her clothes, bed, and some other things. You know I know. I mean, we all know that Mama is stingy. So how did she end up promising you all of this, big auntie? The voice paused, probably hearing from the person he was on the call with. After what seemed like moments of feedback from the other end of the call, you know my sisters will probably be on these things already. But auntie, if you promise to support me, you know I am the man. I should get all that Mama left behind. We never benefited from her before her death. She was just too stingy. Both to we her children. You are a witness, auntie, right? I know that property rights vest on both female and male. But I need this favor, auntie. We will talk more later. The voice ended with footsteps approaching. I quickly ran back to the room. Simile Oluwa, where have you been? Where have you been? My mom asked. After which she said to the siblings that we were to be on our way. Then really, we want to be on our way now. Since you all have agreed to bury Mama this weekend, I guess we will have to wait behind for the burial before going back to our place. My mom explained. Sarah, thank you. I appreciate your presence. See you on Saturday. I immediately recognized his voice as the one on the phone call at the staircase. Mama was a great and good person. If I decide to use the whole of today to speak about her, we will not leave here. A loud sigh came from the crowd. One would think it meant they attested the statement. If I hadn't heard the conversations I had while I was at Mama's place that day, I would have believed it meant so. It was one of our tenants giving a tribute to Mama. People were dancing, noises, and the flamboyant atmosphere. The atmosphere made me wonder how they got the money to spend so much on a burial just decided some days ago. Women were dancing vigorously to the music being rendered by the music band. Some group of men in different fabric attire heavily drinking. I kept on walking and looking around, holding the program on my hand. I heard that the children of Mama fought really tough day after her death. One of the women caught my attention. Now, mama sef no do well. She for don arrange things down before she die, but her stinginess no allow am. Abi she think say she no go die? True talk, Mama Usas. I even heard that the fight will still continue after the burial. The only decision they agreed on is selling 2 of Mama's property for the bill of this burial. No wonder. See as everybody dey enjoy. Abeg make we sef go enjoy. At least when she dey alive, na so stinginess and abuse she dey give us wey be her ten ant. So you can say the truth. Which one of you appointed Mama Ogechi to speak on our behalf? See how she just dey lie upon lie. Abeg forget that one. Who no say na lie? Abeg make we go enjoy. I quickly walked past the 2 women. Immediately, I remembered the Bible passage I read some week ago before we came to this environment. Ecclesiastes 2:18-19. Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? Yet shall he have rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored, and wherein I have shewed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. At that instance, I wondered if Mama ever came across that Bible verse. I stared at the publication in my hand. Her picture was on it, with the writing, "Glorious Exit," and just beneath it, a Bible verse. It is appointed for men once to die, but after this, judgment. I pondered on the Bible verse, and it kept me wondering if the person who had made the print wrote those things at her children's request, or he or she had also had a taste of Mama's personality. Ecclesiastes 8:8. There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. The end.